Hi, I'm Kippi from KippiAtHome.com. Welcome to my home and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight so we can craft some beautiful bows. We're going to start out with this simple bow that I added to a Dollar Tree little heart, and I made a little video last year, and you can download so you can trace. I just did this with a chalk marker, so it's really simple. And I added this little buffalo check. Who doesn't love buffalo check, right? So I made the little bow to add to it, and I'm going to hang it up so it'll look like something a little bit new this year. I had a different bow on it last year. The colors are a little bit different, so I thought, well, we're going to do a little more buffalo check this year. So let's get started. Okay, here's our Dollar Tree sign that I did last year, and we'll put that link for you, but I love this bow, but we're going to do something different. We need to freshen things up every season. Just going to use some ribbon I had from last year. So I'm take off my bow from last year and I will store it because I'm sure I'm going to use it again. All right, but let's get started on that simple bow. All right, you know that this bow has to be just kind of a one-sided because of the way I wrote on the I love you on the heart. So I'm just kind of determine the size of it right on top of that to see if that's going to cover it. So I'm going to say, well, I'm going to hang it from that same place where I did before. How will it fit on there? So once I've determined that, and I think I used about 7 inches, which would be 3.5 to 4 inches loops on either side. So you're going to be able to just determine that. So I measured it, but you need to determine for your own project what is appropriate for you. So once you determine that, then you start forming your loops. Well, I felt like that was going to work, so I'm just forming one loop after another. And once I have one side fits to the other, I am just going to take the center of my little loop, and you see where I have the cut in kind of hidden inside, so cut off whatever's left of that so it doesn't get seen, and it's hidden inside there. And now you're going to loop, you're just going to pinch that together in the middle. So now to form the next loop on this super simple bow, you're going to take your ribbon and you're going to loop it back kind of in the same way that you did the first time. But watch this, you're going to push it. So you're going to kind of put them as they're standing next to each other. They're shoulder to shoulder. So see that little technique there? Well, it's not much of a technique, but that's how I do it. So you're going to do the same thing on the other loop. You're just going to kind of like they're standing together, pinch them together, squeeze them together. And now you know that my same technique that I use for my streamers, I'm going to use for this one. And that is to take that tail and loop it around. Trying to determine how long I need to make that loop. But I'm going to always recommend make it a wee bit longer than you think because you can always cut a little bit off. But it's very hard to add on to the streamers if they're not long enough. So I'm just going to loop it back through itself. So when I secure it, I only need to use one piece of either wire. You can use a zip tie or you can use a pipe cleaner. After you decide on how long you want your tails to be, you can clip off that ribbon and then get tying right through the center, grab everything together, then gently bring it to the back, squeeze and pinch it all together, and then turn the bow side to tighten. Once again, cut that little tail off, and then I'm just going to use a piece of the original piece ribbon, and I'm going to make a little knot in it. I folded it in half because the ribbon is about 2.5 inches, and I do have a source for this, and I can link that below as well. So I'm just going to knot that around the middle of it, but I want to make sure that whatever I have used in the back this time is the little Dollar Tree pipe cleaners, and they are from Halloween, so every season I buy them, so I have them in every color imaginable. You ought to see my organization for that. I will share that with you because you got to see it. How to organize pipe cleaners in every color because they're crazy to organize. But my daughter came up with a system that works. After all these years, finally somebody. So that's what you want to do is make sure you have one on either side. So when you go to put this on a gift or whatever, a wreath or decor, a lantern, whatever you're decorating, that you have a way to attach it. If not, then you'll have to, use hot glue. So once again, we are working on our tail. So I'm going to fold it in half, then in half again, and I'm going to cut out what I call the little chevron, and then it releases itself, and then you have the perfect simple bow. I mean, talking like less than 5 minutes, and we're in business. What could be prettier? Now, you can make this bow out of a smaller, like satiny ribbon, and make it even for hair ties. Okay, let's get that little bow attached. I'm going to just stick it right back through that little hole. I'm using my Dollar Tree pipe cleaner through my Dollar Tree little sign. I'm going to put it on there and twist it together in the back, and then I'm going to trim the streamers to fit the design. So once I determine where I need to have this folding and there, then I'll be finished, and I can set it all up and fluff even more, because I'm never finished fluffing till it's hung. So it turned out just super gorgeous. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll be making some beautiful bows. I'd love to hear about it in the comments, and I'd also like for you to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss any bows in my bow tutorial. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me.